Hi guys, this is the Innovative Minds tutor. So in this video, we are continuing on question 1 Prelim 2022 Gauteng province. Yes, this was the prelim that was written in Gauteng in the previous year 2022. If you're new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. You only subscribe once. Thank you. Let's get to today's video. So we are given 2 to the power of x plus 1 and 2 to the power of x equated to 3y plus 2 minus 3 to the power of y, where x and y are integers. Integers consist of negative number and positive numbers, but here we specifically going to focus on those that are positive because they said determine the values of x and y, right? Determine the value of x and y. We don't know. Maybe we should get one. Yes, we will focus on those that are positive and negative. Yes, be very careful of that because they didn't state anything about having the values of x as negative or y. They just said determine the values of x and y. Let's get to today's video. So first thing first, we are given 2 to the power of x plus 1. You break, guys, here. You break or you split the exponents. So it's going to be 2 to the power of x, 2 to the power of 1 plus 2 to the power of x, right? Let's split the right-hand side one. 3 to the power of y and 3 to the power of 2 minus 3 to the power of y. That is 3 marks. First thing first, we need to take out the highest common factor here. As we can see, the highest common factor, it's 2 to the power of x at the left-hand side. Then what are we left with? We're left with 2 to the power of 2. So what is 2 to the power of 2? 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 1, that will be 2. So to get to 2 to the power of x, we need 1. Okay, still on the right track. Here we're also going to look at the highest common factor, which is 3 to the power of y. And we have 3 to the power of 2. To get to negative 3 to the power of y, we need 1 here. Okay, so we are going to have 2 to the power of x. What is 2 to the what is 2 plus 1? That is 3, guys. Still on the right track. Let's go 3 to the power of y. What is 3 to the power of 2? That's gonna be that's gonna be 9. 9 minus 1, that will be 8. Okay, let's continue. Remember that we have 2 to the power of x times 3 there, and we have 3 to the power of y. We can change 8 to an exponential, so it will be 2 to the power of 3. Yes, you can just say 8 is equals to shift factor using your KGFX 82ZA or any KG that supports the exponential indices or exponents. So in this case, we can see remember that when you have same bases, we drop what? We drop the exponent. So in this case, we have the base of 2 at the left hand side and the right hand side, and they have the same bases. So that makes x is equals to 3. Yes, same basis, we drop the exponent. Similarly here, or y is equals to 1 in this case. So we're still on the right track. I guess we did well then. We did well. So you can use other alternatives that you may think. Yes, that was 3 marks. But a lot of work, huh? Let's go to 1.4. So at 1.4, the equations of x squared plus 3 plus rx plus m is equated to 0, and x squared plus mx plus r is equated to 0. So they said they have a real and equal roots. Solve for the values of r and m if they are said to be greater than 0, meaning that both of these values must be positive. So we shouldn't have the one with the negative values, right? So first thing first, guys, we are told that both of these equations have real and equal roots. So just write you get a mark for writing this. For real and equal roots, delta is equals to 0. 1 mark, so we are left with 5 marks actually. So from here, what are we going to do? So let's start with the one with x squared plus rx plus m equated to 0. So from here, what are we going to do? We are going to use a discriminant. So we are going to say delta b squared minus 4ac. Remember, the discriminant tells you what type of root you're going to have. So in this case, we have a, this is a, and this is b, and this is our c. So what are we going to do? Remember, delta is equals to 0, so place 0 there. Our b is r, so it's going to be r to the power 2, as well as a to 1, the coefficient of x squared, c, then that is m. Okay, let's work it out. So you power this, you get r squared, negative 4 times m. That will be negative m4, negative 4m, which is equals to 0 there. So, we need to formulate equation 1. To formulate equation 1, it's quite easier. Let's take negative 4 to the other side. We have positive 4m, which is r squared. So let's say I'm making m the subject. So I'll divide both sides by 4 in this case. So to get rid of this, we cancelled it. So we have r squared is equals to 4 as equation 1. Are we still on the right track, Mr. Richard? Indeed, we are still on the right track, because whenever you're solving two missing values, guys, just use a simultaneous method. So what method that will be applicable in this case will be a simultaneous method. Right, let's look at the other one. We are given x squared plus mx plus r equated to 0. So even here, we're still going to use the discriminant, delta b squared minus 4ac. Okay, are we still on the right track, Mr. Richard? Yes, remember that this is a, and this is b, and this is c. Your b there, it's m in this case, so we're going to have m squared. Our a would be the coefficient of x squared, which is 1, and c, which is r. Haha, we are still on the right track. So we have 0 is equals to m squared, negative 4 multiplied by r, that will be negative 4r. So from here, guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What's up? What are we going to do? This is equation 2. This is equation 2. So we have equation 1 and 2. Let's just say substitute equation 1 into 2. Substitute equation 1 into 2, meaning that where I see m, I can put r squared. So this will be r squared divided by 4. Right? Remember, where you see m, you can put r squared divided by 4. So we have 4r there. So let's work it out. Remember that it's powered there. So this will be r to the power 4. And we have 4. 4 squared. 4 squared will be 16 in this case. So we have minus 4r there, equated to 0. So to make life easier, guys, we can multiply everything by 16, multiply everything by 16, multiply everything by 16, multiply everything by 16 in this case. So 0 times 16 is 0. So this 16 and this 16, they cancel. We are left with r to the power 4, which will give us 16 multiplied by, remember I said we multiply by 16 multiplied by 4r, we are going to have 64r there. Okay, so from here, remember, we need to get r first. Right. Okay, we can factorize this. There's a highest common factor there. Let's take r. So we'll be left at r cubed, because these are remember that here the bases are the same. So since here the bases are the same, you add the exponent, that will give you r to the power 4. We are still on the right track. So minus 64 equated, okay, close the bracket there, equated to 0. So we have r equated to 0. So okay, so from here, what are we going to do? We can use we can factorize. This is a difference of sum of cubes. Or what is r? What is the cubic root of r? That will be r. Cubic root of 64, that will be 4. So that's the first factor. You will then square this. Square the first. That will be then the first and the last multiply each other here. R times 4, that will be for r. Then remember the sign, what changes is the sign, it will be for r. So this is how you can factorize a sum of difference of cubes. So we are not done. Let's square negative 4. We are going to have positive 16 equated to 0. Remember that we were given a restriction that says r is greater than 0 and m is greater than 0, meaning that we are going to focus on the values that are greater than 0. So in this case, r can never be 0, cannot be, r is equal to 0 can never be our answer. The one that will be our answer is r minus 4 equated to 0, which will give you r is equals to 4 when you transpose. So this is the value that is going to be appropriate, because when you factorize this, we're going to have negative values, so this can never work. So the r that we're going to use, it's r is equals to 4, right? So we are not done. They said, which is true, we already satisfied this restriction, so follow your restriction. Then lastly, we need to find m. Let's go to equation 1. M is equals to, where you see r, you put 4 there. So it's going to, let's substitute this, then divided by 4. So what is 4 squared? That will be 16 divided by 4. How many times does 16 goes into 4? So how many times does 4 goes into 16? It goes 4 times. So which satisfy this restriction. Hope you find this video useful. See you on question 2, guys. I will upload them. So yes, we shall see you on question 2. Do not forget to subscribe and share the video as we are preparing for prelim. So our aim this week is to look at paper 1 prelim, then next week we shall look at paper 2. Wishing you all the best in your studies and in all your endeavors, and we love you.